Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for? I watch people get stuck and frozen, and that breaks my heart. I was once stuck and frozen too. Greatest superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. Jay Levine, what's up on this Mastery Monday, brother? How are you?
Going Callagy, what's happening, man? I am feeling good on this Mastery Monday for sure. How about you?
I feel immensely grateful. We had Entrepreneur Magazine have an article today come out about Unblinded, and it was quoted throughout extensively. I was very fired up about that in the space of training and coaching, number one. Number two, we had Michael Burnett, the president of Success Resources, taking this very real raw on Friday and rebroadcasting it through his Facebook network. Success Resources is the most successful speaking platform on the planet. It's a 9-figure company, and Michael Burnett's watching. And so incredible things are happening, Jay, not the least of which is you and your amazingness. And I'm super grateful for you and what's happening. Why are you doing this? And who do we got here today? And let's get rocking and rolling.
Well, thank you, Sean. And just now that this is like nationally broadcast, I have to really step my game up. So no,
that would be internationally. It wasn't
even better.
Yes,
even better.
Exciting.
So why do we do this? So everybody here right now has gotten a phone call from me and has spoken to me earlier today, and I explained exactly why I was doing it. And one of those reasons is, we go and we meet people at a networking event, right? And it's so nomadic, and we're just walking around aimlessly, hoping that we meet the right person. And then we think that, all right, well, we're gonna restructure that. We're gonna have like a dinner party, and that sounds great too. It's more intimate. And then you wind up talking to the person on the left and the right, and you miss out on the 8 or 9 other amazing people that were there. So this format allows us to all talk together in the same conversation, a little vulnerability, a little learning, a little fun, some growth, and we get to co-create and make more money, hopefully, in less time, and have some more magic and fulfillment in our life. And so far, that's what I've experienced with Unblinded and with this movement and with the Real Raw. So that's why I'm here, Sean.
No, thanks, brother. And you're on your way to, once again, tripling your numbers for this year, or doubling, triple. Like, where are you tracking from last year?
Triple. We are tracking triple from last year. And this is our first year as our own company, 194 Real Estate. So this is our first year in business. September 11th was that anniversary. And we are tracking triple what we did last year. So thank you.
Yeah, no, well, thank you, brother. And I'll talk more about what the genesis of this and a couple more details. But first, Jay, thank you to everybody for being here. And let's get into 30-second introductions of who's who and what's what. And it might sound like, Jay, if it was you, would you want to do a demonstration of a 30-second introduction of yourself?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, hi, everybody. My name is Jason Levine. My wife and I are the co-founders of 194 Real Estate Group, a company that prides ourselves on family, legacy, growth, acceleration. Most importantly, we are built on integrity, and that is what is most important to us. So building relationships is what I was always taught was the main capital we should have and keep in the world. And this group here, I'm excited to meet and greet. And my fun fact for the day is that I jumped off of a bridge in upstate New York around this time, because I got the memory on my Facebook, and it was really cold, and I have a circulation problem. So jumping into cold water probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I did it anyway and had some fun, and I'm here to talk about it. So.
Well, that's awesome, Jay. So let's drop in. Who do we have today joining us?
All right, just going by the screen here. First up, Stuart Greenbaum. Stuart is a senior loan officer at Citizens Bank. Stuart, I'll let you introduce yourself. Stuart Greenbaum, welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I'm happy to be here. As Jay said, I'm a mortgage banker with Citizens Bank. I've been in the mortgage industry for going on 19 years now. I have a partner that I work with together. I don't know of too many other mortgage teams. I know there are plenty of real estate teams, but he and I share all our loans. We do everything 50-50. There are things that I do that he doesn't, and vice versa. There are things that he's way stronger than I am in certain areas, and vice versa. And we just found that being a team is a much better way to do this. You're able to reach and help more people. And to quote our buddy Matt, that Jay knows, our philosophy is very simple, and it's always been people before profits. So if somebody comes to me and is looking for a refinance or even a purchase, and I know enough people in this industry, If somebody I know has a better rate or can offer a program that's better than I have, I'm going to refer them to the other person because it's just a better way to do business.
Awesome. Welcome today. And how about a fun fact?
Yeah, I have no fun facts. I'm a father of 3 amazing people. I've been married to my wife. I went to high school with her. I met my wife September of 1977. That's my fun fact.
That's a super fun fact. Congratulations.
That's a great fact.
Beautiful, beautiful thing, Stuart. And welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome to the 239th episode of The Real Raw since COVID began. 239 episodes. So thank you guys for being here. Jay, how about that? 239, and you were probably on Real Raw episode number like 7, 8, 9, or 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I was. I'm proud to say that I was on some of those early episodes, and I don't know if I like watching them now because I cringe a little bit. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, Jay, you thought you were good at talking to people. What are you doing?
Jay, you're awesome, bro. You did a fantastic job, and you were very much a part of all this launching, Jay. And so, thank you, brother. And who's next?
Thank you. All right, next up on the list here, we have, again, order of screen, Christian Distastio. Christian is a realtor for Prominent Property, Sotheby's International. Christian, welcome. What's up, my friend? How are you?
I'm well. Hello, everyone. So yeah, my name's Christian Distastio. I'm with Prominent Properties, Sotheby's. I run a smaller group. I take a little bit of a different spin. So my group is the Distastio Real Estate Group, and we really focus on consultative selling and really real estate advisement. Anything from, all the different commercial, residential, investment, et cetera, but do things like property management, and et cetera. So we really try to run the gamut from A to Z, all things real estate. Our tagline is white glove service, all things real estate. I live in Paramus. I kind of focus mainly on Bergen County and New York City, although I'm not really focused too much in New York City right now on the sell side. But yeah, that's a quick overview of me. I've been in real estate now as a realtor for 3 years. I've been in real estate since I was about 15 years old, standing shoulder to shoulder with my father. I love it. I was an executive prior to coming into this, and said one day I was tired of managing people's problems and making everyone really, really wealthy. I wanted to just be in control of my own domain, and went full force into real estate.
Well, Christian, congratulations. And where are you from originally?
So Belleville is where I grew up, and then moved into Paramus when I was younger. I live in Paramus now. I came back after I got married, and first home and all that good stuff. Spent a lot of time in Europe as well. And my fun fact is I'm passionate about motorsports. I'm a pro-am race car driver. I've been racing since I was about 12 years old. Raced pretty much all over Europe, and if it didn't cost a couple $1 million every 3 weeks, I'd still be doing it.
Hey, Christian, how about this? What's the fastest you've ever driven in a car?
I get that question all the time. I don't know. I'm not really focused on the speedometer. The cars that I was driving, probably somewhere in the 180 mile an hour range, 183, 184, I think was the top, in testing. But fast. I prefer going fast through corners than I do on a straight.
Got it.
That's where the thrill comes from.
Well, awesome. Welcome, Christian.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Jay?
Thanks, Christian. Thank you so much. All right, next on the screen, I have Joanne Falcone. Joanne Falcone is the district sales manager at Trinity Solar. I was telling her about our connection to some solar industry. And Joanne has a couple, a fun fact too that I hope you share, Joanne, but welcome, Joanne.
Hi, I'm in my car, so I apologize for any car sounds. Yeah, I met Jay because my aunt passed away a few years ago, and we have a challenging situation selling her house, and he has been amazing. So we're very thankful to have met him. And he invited me on the call. So I've been in sales most of my life, but I've been doing solar for about 7 years. I do work for Trinity Solar. I was with a different company before them, but I absolutely love what I do. And I don't know the name of the gentleman who said something before that he, if somebody offers something he doesn't offer at a better rate or a better whatever, that he refers them. I just really loved hearing that, because it's just, I feel like I have the same sort of ethics with what I do and beliefs with what I do. So that's a really good thing. But I am a district manager of Southern New Jersey. I live in Mays Landing, New Jersey, which is in Atlantic County. But I do travel all over the state. So,
Awesome, Joanne. How about a fun fact?
okay. I don't know what fun, maybe this is the fun fact that Jay's talking about. So I was recognized last year. I have more solar installs than any woman in the country.
Whoa!
So
Got that, Joanne. That's awesome.
thank you. Yeah.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And what do you attribute that to?
That's a good question. I attribute that to, I 100% believe in what I do. I won't offer something that I don't think is a good thing for them. And I believe that my passion and my integrity come across to my customers.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate
Thank you.
it. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Came across to me for sure. And that was the fun fact. So you nailed it.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, that's awesome, Jay. Awesome group of people today, for sure. Please continue.
All right, next up in order of my screen, I have Chuck Kohut. Chuck is a real estate mastermind and ringleader at ABC LLC, Always Be Closing. Chuck Kohut, welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh my God.
Long
Chuck,
time.
how are you?
Fantastic, man. You look great.
You look great as well, even though I can't see you, but you sound great.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
hearing you.
dude. How you doing? Yes. I got a beard now. I'm ugly.
So how have you been? And please share with these people who you are, what's happening in the world.
Been pretty great, man. Ups and downs. Really quick, who I am. My name's Chuck. It rhymes with stock. If you're in foreclosure, you're a sitting duck. I can help you out, but I'm going to make a buck. The competition don't like me, but I don't give a. I'm the best there is when you're stuck called Chuck. So, I mean, I've been buying and selling pre-foreclosures for November. It'll be like the last 17 years. It's a private real estate investment company. I've got a big rental portfolio as well. I typically pick up deals from realtors and other people who usually hit a snag and can't figure out a title problem or a legal issue. On top of that, we do some investment education where we've just been bringing in students. We'll split their deals with them 50-50, walk them through. And we just put together our first hedge fund, which is a 3C1 fund. We're in the process of raising our first mill. By the end of next year, we'll be up to 5. It's been tested before. We set up a relationship with ING Bank of Belgium. So as we raise money to do our investments, if we don't currently have properties to deploy the funds into, we do cryptocurrency market making because there's some weird law in the book where banks can't use their money to facilitate transactions. So they use mine. So in a bad year, we're making about a 30% return. And on a good year, we're balling. It's like 300 plus. So.
Well, Chuck, it's a pleasure, my friend. And what is your fun fact?
Fun fact. Wow, there's a lot of them. 2011, if you Google my name, I am first runner-up heavyweight Mr. America. So second largest drug-free bodybuilder in the United States of America. We'll take it, right? Still first loser?
Chuck J, a fun fact of mine, and I'll share several, is that Chuck once had his picture up in our office as he was sharing office space inside when we were originally at the law offices of Sean Callagy on 700 Kindercomack Road. Chuck was there back in the day.
Wow. Chuck must know Ziggy then.
No, this is in Kindercomack.
Oh, Kindercomack.
Chuck would know Bob. Remember Bob Perry, Chuck? I'm not even sure if you remember Bob.
Yeah, I remember Bob pretty well. How's he doing?
He's doing great. We still work together, and Bob's crushing it down in Florida. And we've been together for 15 years now. So
tell him I said hello, and if he's still got the same cell, I'll just take a selfie and send him a hello right now.
He does. He absolutely does. No joke.
Oh, this is gonna be funny as shit.
That is amazing. So welcome, Chuck. Jay, it is an unbelievably small world. Please.
Thanks, Chuck. All right. So next up,
Chuck spoke at one of our events back in the day. One of the original Callagy coaching events. So what we're doing today, Chuck spoke at one of those events back then.
Wow. The connections, full circle, Chuck.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Alas, the circle is complete.
Yes.
All right. Definitely not last but not least for the contestants today, we have Leslie Wilson, a senior loan officer at Unlimited Mortgage. Leslie, welcome.
Okay, I was muted. It's Mortgage Unlimited.
Oh, excuse me. Mortgage Unlimited. I reversed
That's
that.
Okay. No big deal. And I've been a loan officer for about 23 years. I started when I was 2. No, I'm kidding. So I've been doing it. And the reason I got into this lovely industry was I was buying a house after a divorce and they lied to me. and I decided I was going to learn the business and rebuy the house at a better rate. And that's what I did. So all these years later, I've been doing it because my passion is that I love and value people. I love the first-time home buyer. I love the divorced couple who want to kill each other, and I'm in the middle helping them both get a place. It just is rewarding. So I just love it. I do a lot of bridal shows. I do a lot of first responders. I work with a lot of police departments on helping them get homes. It's just been amazing career. I just love what I do. So I just keep doing it. I just turned 60. So that's why that was a funny thing when I said I've been only doing it 5 years. So I just turned 60. I'm a grandmother of 3 beautiful grandchildren, and I have a beautiful daughter. But my real fun fact was during Corona about a month ago, I was talking to my grandchildren and I said, so how much do you miss Nanny? And they were like, we miss Nanny so much. And I said, well, then open the front door. Nanny's here. And so, yeah, they opened the door. It was a very short visit in Florida, 3 days, but they were like, you know, so it was wonderful. And I met Jay because I saw him on Facebook, and his belief is the same as mine: love and value people, and they're first, not my rate, not how much money I can make. It's just how I can get them home. And that's, you know, most of my clients, I just got one, they say I become mama bear, and I go to their weddings, their baby showers, their kids' weddings, and it becomes my family. So
no, that's
new
all.
way of networking with sound-minded people.
Awesome. Well, welcome and great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We got some judges today.
Oh, we got some judges today. We have a powerhouse of judges today. I'm gonna run off these names, and you can talk to them individually. We got the illustrious Joe Hagan, who, by the way, I asked him to be a judge today because I can't stop listening to this gentleman. I just want to listen to his voice on repeat. That's the illustrious Joe Hagan. We have TTP, my favorite Hunterdon County realtor
in the
and
house.
broker for sure, and my new favorite attorney. Sorry, Sean. George Weitengruber, excuse me. I always get that.
George is my favorite attorney.
I know.
My favorite
the best.
Wait. You have to tell Sean, though. You have to set the scene. Sean, George has his wallpaper on his Zoom screen. Excuse my language, says, fuck, 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 fuck.
I have taken ownership of this fucking word. I am taking it back, and you guys are just destroying it. So it's now normalized, and I'm so sorry that there's an NC-17 for every unblinded they put me on.
George, I love you. So let's roll it down in reverse order. So George is not only the cursing attorney, he is brilliant, incredible in the space of transactions, insolvency, and supporting people in real estate. So George, I'll let you take it from there, but welcome, brother. What are you up to in the world, and a fun fact?
So I'm sitting there before and I'm listening to Chuck talk, and I'm like, just say it, Chuck. You can say fuck. It's okay. I'm here. So there it is, my man. So in the areas of bankruptcy, foreclosure defense, and real estate, I do dumpster fire, distressed properties, get people out of sheriff sales, figure out how to bail houses. In one sense or another, I unfuck their problems. I also do regular real estate because, you know, there has to be some normalcy to what my practice is. My main office is in Wall, with satellite offices in Metuchen and Bordentown, which is where I'm coming from you now. And my fun fact, I know, Sean, the fun fact that my baby book's first word is fuck is where this shit has all come from. But instead, I will tell you that on my honeymoon, I swam in open shark-infested waters 3 times with my new bride and survived the experience.
That's amazing, George. Where was that one?
Tahiti.
Oh my goodness. Was that which Bora Bora?
So both Maria and Bora Bora have these open water swims where blacktip reef sharks, they chum the water 10 feet in front of you as you hold this line. And they're like, yeah, this will be great. And, you know, as long as you don't reach your hand out, you come back with all your digits.
Amen, brother. Long live Tahiti. So very, very cool.
It was amazing.
You're awesome, George. Excellent job.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. Happy to have you here. TTP is in the house. 170 agents, brokerage, rock star amongst rock stars, headbanging person that's still trying to get out of the 80s in her rock mindset, along with me, of course, with my rock mindset from the 80s. TTP, what's up?
What's going on? Hello, everybody. Teresa Trigus Pepperly. It's much easier to say TTP. I am a real estate broker in Hunterdon County. Been doing this for about 20 years. So I completely relate with George. Like, he just speaks my language 1,000%. And I will tell you a fun fact about me is that this morning I spent the better part of my morning on the phone with the state police because I have a crazy seller calling me, telling me to go, you know what, myself, and threatening some of the agents in my office. Yes.
Yes. Excellent job, TTP. Loving it. And my fun fact is with TTP, Joe Hagan, and Jay Levine on virtual, and George would have been there if it was a few weeks before. We were like at midnight in the Atlantic Ocean, taking all kinds of crazy steps in pre-hurricane conditions, going in the ocean at midnight. Oh, by the way, I'm blind. There's like 3 other blind people in our amazing group of 60 that were heading into the ocean. So TTP is in the house. Illustrious Joe Hagan. We were rescuing bodies all over the place. That's part of the fun fact. Wall Street trainer, coach, leader, Colts Neck live-in, Bruce Springsteen, sort of neighboring somewhere not too far away. What's up, Joe Hagan?
Yeah, I'm present to that. You know, grew up in the Bronx and now I live in a farm town. I'm in Red Bank. I would say, yeah, coach. I coached myself for a 20-year career on Wall Street on how to thrive in an intense environment, and also how to survive tragedies that are thrown at you in life, and will continue to be thrown at you. I use that coaching ability, you know, with my kids, not only to have the proper perspective around those tragedies, but also to compete in sports and do it the right way. Win like a champ, lose like a champ, be humble, learn the lessons, be a leader, be a great teammate. I love all that shit. And if we could say fuck, I could say shit. And today I would say that I coach my clients, and it's ironic because for 20 years I was a stock junkie, and I talked about the stock portfolio, the philosophies, the strategies that revolved around that for 20 years. Yet today, for about the last 10 years, I'm really more focused on alternative investments and the dilemma of overexposure in the stock market and how you need to have 25 to 30% of your portfolio in non-correlated alternative investment assets. And I believe everybody here can resonate with the fact that real estate is one of those alternative investments very often. Sometimes it may look like big data equipment where you have a leasing agreement. So I love that space. And I also love the fact that I coach clients about something new that I've learned, and that is teaching them about their own ecosystems, what they are, how they can add value to it, how they can monetize it and merge ecosystems, because it's all part of some formula that is a process mastery that really helps people earn more money in less time with more magic. And that's something that I learned here at Unblinded. And this Real Raw Open is one of those experiential marketing tools within that process mastery. And I'm so happy to be here. And thank you, Jay, for inviting me.
Thank you, Joe.
So Jay, I'll jump in real quick with me. Hey, I'm Sean Callagy. I'm co-founder of Unblinded. I am creator of the Unblinded formula, formerly the Callagy Results Formula. Okay, who cares? So here's what happened. 23 years ago, I'm working what I think is my dream job. I graduated Columbia University, went to law school, graduated with honors. At Columbia, I had been the captain of the baseball team, hoped to go on and play professionally, but I have a hereditary degenerative eye disease, which would later now cause blindness for me. And it just began to affect me. So I ended up getting drafted. And guess what was not on the law school or the Columbia brochure? That marketing, selling, and building relationships with people is what drove everything. I had no idea. So I get the job, the dream job, and I realized that marketing and selling is what leads to time freedom, monetary freedom, and the impact and magic and contribution most of us want to have at higher and higher levels, because at the core, I think we do actually love people. that people love people. They get confused. There's cries for help. There's fear, but we love people. So I ended up quitting my job, much to the chagrin of my family, $100,000 in debt, and started my own law firm, my credit card. Unbelievably to me, it turned into a 40-person law firm in just under 2 years as I was building this formula, learning from the likes of Tony Robbins, Jay Abraham, Jerry Spence, How to Make a Fortune in Public Speaking, and many other books beyond that. I ended up selling and exiting my first law firm, built a coaching and training company, most successful of its kind from my coaching school. Ended up exiting that business in or around 2007 because it was starting to, late 2006, early 2007, because it was beginning to impact the amount of time that I had for freedom to coach all my kids' sports teams. My kids played 1,000 games. I missed 9. Say it again. My kids played 1,000 games. I missed 9. 70% of them, I was the coach for one of their teams, 2 daughters and my son. And then I said, eventually, and during that time, I also built a 125-person law firm, this time from 0 to 102 years. I have that firm to this day, offices in 5 states, and that is my side hustle, where I'm much more of a business owner than operator. I've had the unique privilege of speaking on stage at 7 of the last 8 Tony Robbins events. I don't make any money from Tony. I don't have a business partnership, but I do promote a program that I'm in, which is the Platinum Partnership. It's a $100,000 a year program. I promote it from his stage, again, get nothing. And that I invest more than that. I invest about $200,000 a year right now in my own personal learning, growth, and development still to this day. And Unblinded, which was an entrepreneur magazine today, is one of the fastest growing coaching and training companies in the world. And this Real Raw platform has been an experiential marketing partnership that we're creating for massive expansion, where we're helping people understand how to make more money, less time with more magic. What does all that translate into? For example, one of our clients and dear friends, Rob Gill, went from 8 sales meetings a month to 175 sales meetings a month in less than a year. Yes, per month. 8, that tracks up to 100 a year. 175 per month, tracked to more than 2,000 per year. And that's what we're talking about and what's at stake. And it's heart-centered, integrous influence. And we're unlocking and unpacking that here on the Real. So with that said, Jay, who goes first and what's happening here?
All right. Can I just edify real quick, Sean? I just want to say one thing. You said a lot of wonderful things that all resonated with me. The most was the fact that you had 1,000 games with only 9 missed, because that is the outcome of all the success that you've had, is that you were able to be in that situation. So to me, that's one of the most important parts of that sentence, is the magic.
And Jay Levine's father-in-law, because I lost my eyesight, actually was my partner in crime in all of that. And his name is Ziggy. And the impact he had on my life and my children's life is indescribable. And he was up at 10 o'clock at night. We were sitting in, these freezing cold winter giant sports arenas as my daughters were getting soccer training when they were like 9 and 10 privately, and fighting each other and having pizza. And probably 400 of those games, Jay's father-in-law went to. So
yeah, awesome. So thank you so much. So everybody here we've all spoken. They know what's going on today. This is a chance for everyone to show off their integrity-based influence skills and how to get someone from hello to yes in a 3-minute conversation, because we all know we're faced with these 3-minute conversations pretty much all day long. And this is a great place to practice that skill. So first up is on here. We're going to go with Stuart Greenbaum. Stu, your top left on my screen. Who am I going to be? Who are you looking to get a yes from in this world? And who am I going to be, my friend? Oh, you're muted.
Okay. So who is it that I'm looking, like, who do I chase after?
Anyone you want me to be that you're looking on a daily basis to get that yes from, or even anything in the world?
So really, 100% of my business is referral based. I don't pay for leads. I don't do Zillow. I don't do any of those things. So the people I am going after mostly are realtors that I'm trying to help them, obviously increase my business, but help them increase their business as well. I reach out to as many people as I can, offer them the services that we do. And we do at Citizens Bank, we do some things that are outside of the box that other lenders don't.
Why don't you make Jay that realtor and then have that conversation with him as you normally would, so Jay sees his future in you and becomes a referral partner of yours?
Okay, perfect. Hey, Jay, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Stuart? How are you?
Thank God everything is good. So I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. My goal here today is to try to teach you and help you with what I do that can give you added value that allows you to bring that added value to your clients. So some of the things that we do that most banks don't do. So the first thing you need to know, I have a partner. I've been doing this for 19 years. He's been doing this for 22 years. So we have over 40 years of experience in this industry. Now, there are things that we haven't seen before because this is the world of mortgages, but pretty much we've seen most of what there is out there. And if something comes across us that we can't do, we will do what we can to find out who can get it done for you. But what we offer you is, number one, you have 2 people working on your files. Number 2, you have 40 years of experience. Number 3, while I don't control rates, very rarely do I lose loans to rates. But the thing that I can promise you is that we're going to outwork everybody else out there. So we'll answer the phones on weekends and at nights, and your clients are not going to get back to you and say, we called him, but we can't get a hold of him. My goal is to be so good that your clients call you and thank you for the referral. And if I mean,
that happens all the time. I'm trying to get a hold of somebody and they don't pick up. It's like always, it always happens.
I'm always amazed when I call a client back and their first thing that they say to me is, thanks for calling me back. I don't get that. That is something we need to thank somebody for. Here's an opportunity for me to do business with you, and you're thanking me for getting back to you. It's very simple. It's basic. It's blocking and tackling here. If you do the right things by your clients and you reach back out and you're responsible, and somebody told me when I first started, a fast no is just as important as a fast yes, because people need to get on with their lives. And if you can't do it, you got to tell them. Don't try to drag it along and hope eventually it's going to stick. Do your research up front, know the answer when you're talking to your clients, and just tell them the way it is. And I think people respect that.
Wow, I agree. I have about a minute left. My family is really the most important thing here, that we get into this house, because that seems to be what the issue was before. I'm dealing with a mortgage broker where I went to go make an offer, and I couldn't even make the offer because I couldn't get a pre-approval from the guy because it was a weekend and I couldn't get it. And
well, I could promise you that's not going to happen, because if I'm not available, my partner is, and if he's not available, I am. Everything today is done over the internet, on the phone, so it's not going to happen. You're going to need something and I don't get it to you.
All right, awesome. So how do I get? I can just send you an email and we can move forward.
Email me, or you have my cell phone, but the best way obviously is with email. The only phone number I give out is my cell phone. There's no 9 to 5. The only way you're going to get a hold of me is by calling my cell, and it's always on. So there's no such thing as don't call me over the weekend, don't call me at night, just call.
Thank you so much, Stu. You got it.
All right, Stuart, great job. How'd that feel for you?
I love stuff like this. I love pushing and talking in front of people so that I'm not uncomfortable doing it, but if there's ever that moment, doing it more and more often makes you feel less uncomfortable.
Awesome. All right, let's drop in with the one and only TTP. What do you have for 30 seconds for Stuart?
Hey, Stuart. So
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. You clearly have a very nice business scenario going on, right? Like everything that you're describing to Jay tells me that you're qualified. It tells me that you care about the client. It tells me that you have systems in place so that if you're not available, someone else is. So all of those wonderful things being said, I think that I would have liked to seen you talk more to Jay about Jay and what was going on with Jay and his business. And the biggest distinction is that he mentioned his family being important to him. And you said, wow, that's great. And didn't dive into that. I would have totally dove right in head first there and just said, oh my God, your family, tell me about your family. Do you have children, right? And let him share that with you. It would have totally accelerated your rapport. Sure. So for me, it was a 7.
All right. Thank you, TTP. Illustrious Joe Hagan, coach of the opening of tens of thousands of accounts on Wall Street through your folks. I know one of the people you coached who opened 3,000. What do you got, Joe? 30 seconds of feedback.
So yeah, I thank you for going first, Stuart, and having that courage is always harder. You were the top left on the screen. I thought you nailed it. I thought you did great. I thought you gave him a really good vision that he could see his future in you, that you've been through it all, you've seen it all, and you'd be shocked if there's something new that you haven't seen. And if it is something, you get to the bottom of it. But like TTP said, he did open up about the family, and I would have just like doubled down on what you do for your realtors. That the bottom line is that he'd have more free time with his children because of what it is that you do. And I would have liked to see you get to a formation agreement a little bit sooner about starting to do business. What is it going to take for us to start working together? Because I know once you start, we'll be partners for life, right?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, I've made, I can't even tell you and coached how many calls. And other than a tighter formation agreement, I would say that was a 9.
All right. Excellent job, Joe. Jay Levine, what did you sense as the level of connectivity there? If you had one word, one feeling, what was it?
So his tone was great, and I felt welcoming in his how he spoke to me, but it was surface level for sure. It was a lot of benefits, less about he doesn't know what I need yet.
Yeah.
That just, what do you need? What are you looking for? And I might've just told him flat out.
Right.
Yeah. Awesome. No, great job. Yeah. And again, Stuart, thank you so much for the courage and vulnerability to go first, to be here. Awesome job, sir. And Jay, who is going next?
By the way, I just want to say something about Stu. Stu's partner is not here today because he's getting his glasses fixed because they broke. And I said, not being able to see with glasses is not going to be an excuse Sean takes as an excuse. I just want to let you know.
That would absolutely be true. And I would share this with everybody. While we're going through this, think of how you would coach the person up. What is it that you're seeing that's outstanding? What could you pick up? And what are some things that might be some micro distinctions? And at this next round, Jay, I'll do a quick illustration and then we'll take it from there. But I want everybody to know that's on here today that some of the most successful people in America and the world have been in these 236 episodes, 239, excuse me. And, the president of the Orange County Bar Association was just on. Les Brown, arguably the #1 motivational speaker in the history of America, was on a couple months back. The TV lawyers, TV accountants, leaders of industries. We've had at least 40 best-selling authors on. So, this model has been wildly productive for people unlocking skill sets and pieces and acceleration. So thank you for being in our R&D lab and having some fun today and connecting with each other. So Jay, who's next?
All right, awesome. Next up, we have Joanne Falcone. Joanne, welcome. And who am I going to be? And what yes are you seeking?
You're going to be a referral from one of my customers that could be a potential appointment for a solar appointment. Okay. So they referred me to call you to see if you'd like to make an appointment.
And Joanne, let's not be confused. We now have on the Real Raw, we have the #1 installer of solar on roofs as a woman in America. Like, that's here too now. So thank you for that gift.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Take us in, Joanne.
First Lady of Solar.
First Lady of Solar.
They actually at Trinity Solar, they call me the Queen of Trinity Solar. So
excuse us. You are the Queen of solar in America. Not just the Trinity. You're the Queen of solar in America. And by the way, our co-founder, Unblinded, worked at a solar company that was Inc. 500 magazine for 3 consecutive years, took their staff from 0 to 500 people, went from 3.5 million to 750 million. So we're not confused about what it is that you do, how well you do it. So in our book, you're the Queen of Solar. Welcome. And
Jay had told me that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, take us in, Joanne. Yeah.
Okay, you ready, Jay?
Ready.
Okay. So I'm calling you up. Hello, is this Jay?
Hey, yeah, Joanne, how you doing? I saved your number. I only have a few minutes. Is that okay?
That's great. Just need a few minutes to touch base. So did your friend Mary get a chance to tell you anything about, her solar experience or how things have gone for her?
Yeah, she said now she's supplying energy to the whole block.
See, she's very special. Yes. So have you ever looked into solar? What's your experience with solar? What do you know about it?
I have looked into it briefly. Back in the day, I always heard these things about it being like a multi-level marketing, and like people were trying to get me to buy it and then sell it for them. And so it kind of turned me off early on, but then Mary had such a great experience and she said she's saving some money. So I was intrigued to hear more. That's kind of my experience though.
So I know a lot of people have the same preconceived notions that you previously had. And that's why it's great, because every house is different. Every family is different. You could live in the same exact house as your next door neighbor. Your usage could be here. Theirs could be here. So it's totally different situations. So what I do when I come out to see you is I'll have a design already prepared. I can show you what we can produce on your home as compared to what your electric is like currently. and be able to answer all of your questions. It's a really simple process. I'm not high pressure. It really sells itself. It's a no-brainer, but it's up to you. I just need to find a time that you and your wife are home, and I'll be able to give you all the information.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to me. We just want to be able to save, a few dollars a month, maybe put that away in investments or, maybe, towards vacation with the family. So, it's definitely intriguing,
Yep.
for sure. So how do I, what's the next step?
So the next step is we'll schedule an appointment, and I can come out. I'll have a design. I'll show you everything as long as you're comfortable with an in-home appointment. If not, we can do it virtually, whatever you're most comfortable with. But I also want to tell you that right now, my company with COVID, this started in March, and it was supposed to end in July, but we've had such an overwhelming response that if you decide when we're together that you're going to move forward, we're offering a sign-on bonus. Because of COVID, it's just our way of giving back and to keep business moving along. So what that means is this: once your system's installed, which is in about 30 to 40 days after you sign up, we actually mail you a check for $1,500. It's a sign-on bonus we're giving you right now.
All right. So I got to get a hold of you, and we got to start the meeting then. I think.
Yeah. So you tell me a good time, and we'll be happy to get together.
I'm free tomorrow. Just shoot me a calendar invite, and I'm good to go.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Joanne.
Queen of Solar, the Queen of Solar, dropping it. Joanne, that was awesome.
Not surprised.
Great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to drop in real quick because I'm going to leave it in Jay's capable hands, of course, with the illustrious Joe Hagan, TTP, and George. Do a quick illustration, then Jay, you'll pick it up with George for feedback. So let's drop in as a mortgage person that I'm calling you, Jay.
Okay.
Right. So ring ring. Let's just have a cold call. So hey, is Jay Levine available?
Yeah, speaking.
Yeah. Hey, Jay. My name is Sean Callagy. I'm with ABC Mortgage. How you doing today?
I'm good, Sean. How are you? What's going on?
Good. I can't think of a call that you might want to have less than this one. Is that fair?
That is fair to quite fair. That's fair to quite fair.
How many of these calls? I'm not even going to ask the question. I'm going to guess that you get 25 of these phone calls a week at a minimum. Fair?
That is correct. Some of them might go to voicemail. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, that's we get a lot of calls from your industry for sure.
Okay. And do they usually start by saying those two things?
No, they never started. No, do not ever start by saying any of those things. No, usually it's this, this kind of thing like, oh, you've probably never heard of something what I do before, but I'm a mortgage broker. It's kind of, no, I got it.
Did I buy at least 2.5 more minutes?
Yeah, you bought 2.5 more minutes for sure.
All right. Thanks, Jay. So listen, here's the deal. I understand you hear this all the time, but I want to make this about you, not me, because who cares about me? So the question is, how are things going? I see and I hear incredible things about you. I know your business is new, but I know you're new to the business, and I know you're accelerating at tremendous rates. So that tells me two things. One, it tells me you're a visionary and you have people that are following your lead. And second, it tells me while you must have really positive experiences with the mortgage process, you got a lot of problems, a lot of issues that screw up deals for you just because of the volume you're doing. Am I right about those two things?
That is an incredibly fair assessment. We are rocking and rolling, and the busier we get for sure, the more problems you're going to just run into naturally. So having a team behind us is really important to us.
Okay, awesome. And can I ask you this question? Why are you doing all of this? A lot of people do it for different reasons. Some people do it to make more money. Some people for more time freedom. Some people for impact and contribution. But what's your why and what's driving you? Because clearly you are a focused and accelerating man.
So that's a really amazing question. And honestly, it's about my legacy. It's about my family. It's about leaving something for my children to be proud of and to potentially carry on. I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and I was always taught by my father and grandfather both owned hardware stores. And they told me from the very beginning, I mean, you have to give more value than you charge. A screw is very cheap, but the value you give behind it is immeasurable. So we always lead with that. And that's why we do it, to help lead people and do it together.
Yeah. Jay, I haven't heard an answer that's that heart-centered and truly legacy driven. I ask that question a lot. And the answer I typically get goes right back to, well, money and want to make a living and, kind of retire someday. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the level of heart-centeredness and intentionality that you just shared with me was very unique. And I appreciate that.
Thank you. Love and business are not two things that normally we see go together. And when it is together, it's very noticeable. So thank you for recognizing that.
I'm at my 3 minutes, and I thank you, and I want 20 more seconds. Can I have 20 seconds? And I promise I'll hang up the phone.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Thank you. So listen, I've been in this business for 17 years, and what I do is answer my phone 24/7, and I deliver. You get the deal, but what makes you different is timing.